Welcome to the path of least resistance. My name is Dial Versailles, and today we're going to go through challenges 29 through hopefully 40 of the September 2024 monthly challenges. My computer crashed last time, and I'm hoping it doesn't do it this time. To start, we're going to be doing challenge 29, and this is going to be Azir and Lee Sin with Savage Mysticism. Round start, each player gets advantage and strike the set. When foe attacks, stun the player's weakest unit. This is going to mean that either Lee Sin or Azir are going to be able to get pretty good attacks in, because they'll be able to stun one of your blockers. For this, I'm going to be using Jhin. I think Gwen might be like another good option here, something that like generates blockers automatically. And we're going to go ahead and take Kennen here. When he dies, he has Rally, and there's a Gust Monk with mana gem on it, so that's nice. Doubling dice concussive bomb is a consideration, but I don't think we'll need it. And here, I'm not exactly sure what we're rolling for. Jhin, quick strike blade sounds good to me. He has quick attack, so we're not worried about him dying. We go into Azir, whose power is the Emperor's Army. The foes, sand soldiers everywhere have +2, +0. We get a Kennen and we roll everything else to try to get Jhin. We're not going to be able to play Jhin until next round, but that's fine. It's actually probably ideal considering we can play Crackshot Corsair here. I'll probably play Azir. Yeah, he does. I'll play Gust Monk to get the extra mana here. We can attack with the Crackshot Corsair, do a little damage to Azir. Play Sandcrafter, we respond with Jhin. They're gonna block. It's unavoidable. So we should be able to clear off the board here. And then after that, the only thing we have to worry about on next round is Rite of Dominance. We can play Kennen here. Since we have Thermogenic Beam, we can kill Kennen for a rally token if we need it.
Beautiful, is it not? We must all play our part. This way, killing blooms into artwork.
Deciding if I want to play something else just to see if he has another card. I don't think he does, and it feels like a waste to spend 7 mana killing a unit. But since it is going to end the game, it's completely fine. I just feel bad about it.
The curtain rises.
Captain's orders. Bullet to the face.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4.
I do hope someday we get quicker animations.
And see.
And we'll take Shadow Totem on Jhin. That sounds good. Go to the healer. Remove our worst card, which I think is the Avarosan Marksman. Go into Lee Sin, whose power is always listening when the foe's unit attack. create 2 resonating strikes in hand. They cost 0. And because of Savage Mysticism, even without an extra mana gem, we'll be able to play Jhin on round 2.
Only I can endure the dragon's fury.
Here, we don't really want to block, so we can just drop Mana Soul Student.
So cool.
Also, we guess we wouldn't be able to block anyway, because when he attacks, he stuns the weakest unit. Drop Jhin here.
Showcase the beauty of tragedy. The curtain rises. Take your place, and our show will begin.
And we have enough captive audience that we should be able to deal with anything that our opponent plays.
The rain, lightning, and cloud styles.
How'd you do that?
I will give
And we don't have quite enough. That's okay. Play Mark of the Storm, and it gives us another captive audience, both levels us up. And with this captive audience, we are now able to remove the last unit. We actually don't need to because of, I don't know why, Lotus Trap probably.
Next time.
And that's another challenge down.
I serve the king coup. They could not hope to win.
For challenge 30, we're going into Katarina with Kai'Sa. Special rules are no looking back. While the player has no cards in hand, their units have +2/+2. And Monkey Munitions. When the foe attacks, they summon a Flame Chompers, challenging the player's strongest unit. I'm not really afraid of either of those, but I do hate Kai'Sa, so we're going to use Aurelion Full. If Kai'Sa gets to use Second Skin on Deathless, she becomes very difficult to remove. She also grows really fast. I just don't want to deal with it. We'll take Seraphine. She has Inspired Plans, which can create a card, and also Seraphine, when summoned, creates a card. That plays well into Aurelion Soul. Behold the Infinite with extra Invoke is probably pretty good here. And creating a Slipstream in hand, all we have to do is draw that Behold the Infinite, and we should be able to play round 1. Kai'Sa's power is Rapid Evolution. Round start, the foe grants each of their units +1/+1 and a random keyword. This is what makes Kai'Sa super deadly. I have lost to her before, and ever since then, I just do not play around. It's not as hard as I make it out to be, but I don't like losing. And so if we wanted, we could start with this Invoke, but we wouldn't be able to play the Celestial card. So we're going to start with Encore here. Gives us an Insight of Ages, which we can play. We can go ahead and drop Seraphine.
That was great. Now let's really bring it.
And now, we should be copying our spells We'll take Equinox because it's playable, and Moon Silver so we can get Aurelion Soul out for sure. We also take the Charger and Living Legends, why not? Play the Charger. We can play Time Trick. I don't really want to draw a card, but I don't really have any choices here. All of the things, draw a card. We'll play Advanced Intel for the Brainworm. Make Kaiser discard a couple cards. And we can drop Aurelion Soul. And take the Scourge. I don't even know if we'll get the Scourge. I think our hand might be too full.
Anyone for some Stardust?
Get your singing with me now.
Not that it super matters, but our relics on Aurelion Soul are Spellweaver's Symphony, the Beast Within, and something else. Take Quick Strike Blade on Aurelion. And we'll remove our worst card in Aurelion's deck. That's usually Wounded White Flame. And we'll go into Katarina, whose power is Inspiring Presence. When the foe plays a champion, grant their units +2/+2. Get rid of Starry Scamp here. Actually, probably just hold the Infinite and get rid of everything else. Kind of want to draw both our champions here. Our other relic is Starforged Gauntlets. That's what it was. For the +1 mana.
Won't get past me.
Some people play Aurelion with Crown Guard Inheritance, so when they play him, they can level him up immediately. I don't.
Yeah, that's a pretty sparkle fly.
I prefer the Beast Within.
I'll do better this time.
Oh, you're interesting.
They'll never know what killed him.
Should have played Seraphine before I played Invoke,
That was great.
so I could have invoked
Now
more
let's
cards,
really
but
bring it.
overall it's not going to matter.
Scouts wear helmets. Gunners carry guns.
Play Black Shield on Seraphine. It'll give us a curse in hand, which we're not going to play. And we can't discard it. We can go ahead and discard Slipstream here. And take Crescent Strike.
Paint is just accidental art.
Shouldn't really matter. We're going to drop Aurelion Soul. He's going to hit with Sky's Descend. Can invoke Morgana. Play her for free if we need to.
The constellations bow to me. To the stars. You dare try to tame me?
And of course, Seraphine can't attack because we cursed her. That's fine. We'll just play 2 Morganas instead. And we do a very, very nice, way too much damage. Obviously, there was never a chance that we could lose with Aurelion Soul, but still, nice to win. Alright, moving on. Next, we're going into Challenge 31. This is Caitlyn and Gangplank. The special rules are unnatural selection, the player's units have evolved, and Noxie and Might 2. Each round, the first time the foe summons a unit, grant it +4, and Overwhelm. That is Darius's champion power. I'm going to be using Kai'Sa. My Kai'Sa has 4 stars, so not a lot of chance she'll have any trouble. She has chosen by the stars. This way we can get the Faded Overwhelm. It's a bunch of keywords, which Kai'Sa loves. Packed Powder, so we can play her a little bit earlier. And Crown Guard Inheritance. When I level up Rally, a lot of times you just want to play her on an off round. And having that automatic Rally is nice. We'll take this Lulu here. We have a Mana Gem. And also cost reduction on a unit with Elusive. Bottled Constellation is never a bad pick. We could take Dragon's Rage to just end a game. I don't think we'll really need either of those. Titanify on Kai'Sa might be okay. I think there's probably better things. We'll take Excavator's Charge. And we'll go into Gangplank, whose power is the Saltwater Scourge. Round start, the foe summons a powder keg. First time the foe starts the round with less than 20 health, summon the Dreadwave. So this is the improved version of his power. His other version, he has to create the Dreadwave in hand, and he still has to play it, and he basically can't because it costs too much. So I'll go ahead and keep Voidling here, and then hopefully draw into Kai'Sa. Our young witch is free, so we play her, and Lulu has a mana gem, so we'll get her down. This will ensure that we can play Kai'Sa next round, and we'll go ahead and support this way so we can do maximum damage.
You challenge the wind?
Maximum damage in this case is 0. Make It Rain removes our 2 units. It's fine. And we got the effect anyway, so we can play Kai'Sa here. He's not quite evolved yet. But we do have a Voidling Lifesteal. That sounds pretty good. We also have Velvethy Elder with Spell Shield. Should have attacked first there because of Crown Guard Inheritance.
Makes me stronger.
I rarely forget and never forgive.
Off we go!
And we'll go ahead and use Second Skin on this elusive.
Adding to the arsenal.
We're not worried about losing here.
I will do what I can.
Chop choppity!
You only do 28 damage. Like I said, I should have attacked first. That was a mistake on my part. And he does get a Dreadwave free.
I rarely forget and never forgive.
Time to earn your pay.
I think we'll give Spell Shield to Kai'Sa just to protect her. We'll play Aspiring Chronomancer as a blocker. Take Void Seeker, that'll help us get rid of the Dreadwave. Gangplank attacks in a good order here.
Hey, I'm right here. Back in your hole.
Forcing us to take extra Overwhelm damage before he loses his Dreadwave. Not to worry, we second skin some lifesteal and just go ahead and take an attack.
There's nowhere to hide. A small victory is a victory all the same. Good work.
I'm not sure which of these I want to put mana deposit on. I think probably it has to be Kai'Sa just so that we can get more copies of her. And then we go into champion item chest. And there's a lot of things we can take here. Power Riff is ideal. We go into Caitlyn, whose power is on the case. The foe round start, the foe plants one flash bomb trap in the top 8 cards of the player's deck. Probably nothing to worry about, especially since we have regeneration, but chosen by the stars. And because of Power Rift, we can play Kai'Sa on round 1. Can't block. That's okay. Can play a Voidling here, draw a card off of it, and drop Young Witch. You're not quite evolved yet. But once we hit 10 power, chosen by the star activates, giving us enough to level up. And level up triggers Crown Guard Inheritance.
I am the hunter. Come on!
Take extra damage from Lucky Find. The next round we'll just attack and win the game. I don't believe there's anything Caitlyn can do here to stop this. And that is that.
So long, Void. See you next time.
Challenge 32 is Swain. Swain doesn't do anything. We're going to be using Lux Illuminated just to kill him. The special rules for this are Little Buddies. The round start, the foe summons a random 1-cost Poro, and Bandle Magic. Game start, the player summons a Bandle Tree. This is usually a negative because of your hand size. It just eats all your cards. And for our relics, we're using Lux's Incandescent Baton for the +1 mana, Fear Cleaving Axe because it's amazing, and Crown Guard Inheritance. If you can get Fear Cleaving Axe, probably do it. Works on a lot of champions. Really nice. And we'll take Farsight Alteration just to make sure we start with Lux. And we'll reroll here, see if we can get something nice on like a Lumino Sprite. Mana's not bad, but I would rather like a cost reduction. And we don't find anything super good, that's fine. We'll go into Swain, his power is Suffer. Round start, deal 3 to the player's damaged units. We go ahead and keep this Lumino Sprite in our hand. Ideally, we also pick up Jaro and Lux Illuminated. And we do. So the ideal thing to do here is just the damage because of the Suffer ability. If we blocked with anything, it would die. If we die, we can't win next round, and we would like to win next round. You can play this Keeper of the Box. He removes our Jaro, but he's out of mana. And we can drop Lux.
You can't hide from the
When we're attacking, we want Lux to target the Lumino Sprite to make it huge, then the Lumino Sprite can support whatever else.
Not afraid of the light within. Demacia defends its own. Magic brings us together.
We do get a level up from that,
God won't fade.
so that triggers Crown Guard Inheritance, which lets us attack again
Magic brings
for
us together.
a winning amount of damage.
Come on. I'll go easy next time.
Challenge 33 is Azir with Vestige of Helia, which means all the units have spell shields, so they're not going to be targetable. And also Demacian Might 2, when one of the foe's units strikes, granted +2/+2. I think this is actually a really scary adventure, and for this we're going to be using Lillia. If I can find Lillia. And our Lillia has double Stalker's Blade and the Beast Within. Stalker's Blade should be able to deal with the spell shield units. And I actually don't like any of these. Take Katarina and maybe get some cost reduction on her. So if we take Power Riff on Katarina, we probably just win the game. I'm going to take it on Lillia instead. It'll be a little bit more fun to actually play that way. We go into Azir, whose power is the Emperor's Army. The foe's sand soldiers everywhere have +2/+0. Start with the Katarina in hand. Our Katarina has Stalker's Blade and Reckoner's Mark, so she's never going to stick on the battlefield. And we get hit with the Emperor's Dais, which probably means he has nothing else to play. That's weird. Yeah, okay, here's a Dune Keeper. So we already take 5 damage. The Dune Keeper is stronger already. We drop Lillia here. We're going to get hit for 7 more damage. And this Dune Keeper will be stronger again. This is why we're a little worried about this adventure. We've taken 12 damage. He hasn't dropped Azir yet.
Go on, Alice.
Our sun rises.
We'll go ahead and drop Keeper of the Mask here. None of the things that he's trying to do here is going to actually affect us because of Spell Shield. Here we're going to want to kill this Sand Soldier, or not Sand Soldier, Dune Keeper, because otherwise it'll get bigger. But we do end up taking a lot more damage for that. Could have blocked one with the Keeper of the Mask of Barrier. Forgot he had Barrier. And by sleeping Lillia when she comes back, she'll strike both these units, and then their board will be clear. Actually, that guy's gonna die anyway because he's ephemeral. But Azir will die.
Go on, Alice. Where things are strong.
Summons 2 Sand Soldiers here. Gonna go ahead and play Katarina. Katarina, I think, will die here, but we'll remove both units so we don't take any more damage. And then we'll go ahead and sleep our units again. I actually think there's a proper order to play the units in, and it's not the order I played it in. I think the thing we sleep first opens up first, which means we could get the Keeper of the Mask bonus onto Lillia by Lillia waking first. We're gonna want to drop Katarina here while it's a safe board.
The Emperor's favor upon you.
Don't trip.
Then we're gonna go ahead and attack.
Things out of strong.
One thing I could have done was
Violence solves
use
everything.
Might on Katarina there, so that we could have removed this Inspiring Marshal. Sorry. Yeah. Because we can't target him with Blade's Edge because of the Vestige of Hellia.
Dreams big and small. I'll carry them home. A little dream does wonders.
Lillia levels up here, which means we no longer permanently sleep a guy. But we'll go ahead and sleep Lillia so she can come back and Stalker's Blade, the Inspiring Marshal, and then we'll drop Katarina, which will give us the rally token. We should be able to attack and win the game.
Quiet things out of strong.
And dropping Katarina will remove anything that they play, hopefully.
To speak and be heard. That is true power. Hear us.
And that is Azir. LeBlanc might be a better choice,
Well,
but you probably want something that can do strikes. Next we're going to challenge 34. This is Fizz and Fiora, and of course if we see Fiora, we use Kindred. Fiora's powers are Arcane Emissions. Game start, all players start with 3 spell mana and rock 2 hard. Round start, deal 1 to all the players' units. Could also be a good Tahm Kench, but I think I have him in 3 places. Thinking about taking Lucian. The problem is, if he takes 1 damage, he'll die. So that wouldn't be super great. Could take Thresh, which is probably fine. Yeah, we'll take Thresh. I'll go to the shop. And we're basically looking for a cost reduction on Kindred here. Get Deathless on Kindred, which is good. And we'll go into Fizz, whose power is Mercurial Nature. Round start, the foe creates a handy fleeting spell that costs 3 or less from their regions. It costs 1 less. That power basically lets Fizz level up pretty quickly, but overall it's not like a scary thing to worry about. Play the first wave, summoning a second prey. We can use the prey as blockers if we want. We also have the ability, their Kindred's power is round start. The prey get a last breath, deal 2 damage to the enemy nexus, so the longer they're in play, the more damage they do when they die. So right now they'll do 4 damage here. And they do die instantly because of the rock 2 hard power. Could use Bladed Caretaker here and remove the Mirai's Songstress, but we want him to drop his first. This will give us an empty board and he'll still have a unit on the board. I'm okay with that. He is nearly out of cards and we've gotten rid of 2 Fizz. Drop Kindred to clear his board. We get attacked, can't stop it, and we're going to take another hit from that Kelp Maiden again. Kelp Maiden's probably the strongest thing in Fizz's deck. I don't know what he took, but if it's Crumble, that's something to worry about. I don't want to pass here, but I do want our opponent to do something. I'm just going to go ahead and hope. Okay, I failed. I failed the luck check. Looks like he just doesn't want to do anything, and I don't know why. He's Mask Weather on Kindred. That creates us a couple more Kindreds. Just keep passing here. He has Double Trouble in hand. I expect that to be played at some point. I'll go ahead and use Spirit Journey on Kindred. This will print us another Kindred. And we'll lose 2, but Guardian Angel will bring it back. I'll go ahead and attack for lethal. That was a little slow. The Rock 2 hard power is actually kind of annoying. Killing the prey means they don't ever grow. Take regeneration on Kindred. Could have re-rolled that too. And we'll go to the healer and remove our worst card, which is probably Tortured Prodigy. We'll go into Fiora, whose power is Time to Duel. When one of the foe's allies challenges an enemy, give it +1/+1 at tough. Keeping the wings in the wave, it's free and it draws. We can summon a prey here, and I'm going to, but honestly, since it's gonna die right now, it kinda doesn't matter. And they play Fiora. The reason we use Kindred on Fiora is because we can eliminate Fiora. And Fiora never gets to attack. We drop Kindred here. There's a chance that Fiora will get to do something. It's just a risk that we're gonna have to take.
If only Fiora could see me now.
She can. She's not impressed.
I'm content to let the attack happen and see what happens. They decide not to attack. Questionable. Since a unit died, we get a Black Spear. We'll use it to remove the Lawrence Protege. Summon Fading Icon. We can use Crumble here and get rid of Fiora. It's really interesting to me that Fiora hasn't done anything considering they had Cataclysm in hand. I think Deathless messes with the AI.
Smell that? A fighter cooking for the honor of my house.
We leveled up Kindred, so now we're basically just chilling. Go ahead and print a couple Kindred here.
your spirits.
And we'll use Crumble to remove the guard Bannerman, and also force them to discard a card.
The banner.
And Fiora doesn't have anything that can stop an attack.
Linger.
Hunted down.
With grace and precision.
Alright. Never anything to worry about, but that was slower than I liked. Challenge 35 is Swain and Jinx. Special rules are repetition. When any player plays a spell, they copy it with the same targets. It's actually going to be strong for both Swain and Jinx. Vicious Enemy, which is just plus Nexus health, mana, and starting hand size for the enemy, and remove the imperfection. I hate this power. When the foe summons a unit, recall one of the player's followers with less power than it. For this, we're going to be using Nami. Nami starts with N. And the idea is just play Nami, win the game. And for our Nami, our relics are Chosen by the Stars, Echoing Spirit, and Hymn of Valor. Basically forces us to get a Nami in our starting hand, and as soon as we play her, we can make her huge and attack with Overwhelm. And I'll go ahead and pick Twisted Fate here. I like Twisted Fate, he's fun. Can't wait for him to be a champion. We could take Moon Silver. Would reduce the cost of Nami. Should make it so we could play her a little bit earlier. I'll go ahead and do that. I'll take 2 copies of it. We go into Swain, whose power is Suffer. Round start, deal 3 to all the player's damaged units. We go ahead and re-roll everything here. We want to get a Moon Silver in hand, and we want to get a Nami. To get half of that, get all of that. Since our spells are doubled, we get a Nami that costs 1.
People are counting on me. Rise with the surf.
Explosives primed.
And playing Redoubled Valor should be our 4th spell, which means it's going to be copied. Swain outplays us. Kind of funny. Go ahead and play Otterbus. And we will prank him and just make all of his things cost more. Also give us an idea of what's in his deck. Or in his hand, rather. We didn't get to see the last card. It's probably Swain.
Born a patrician, I became a soldier.
And he plays Swain, sending our thing back to our hand. Here, I'm going to go ahead and Moon's Silver on Twisted Fate and Gold card. This will make it so Swain can't attack us this round. He of course can't block because of Suffer. And we'll go ahead and pick a card here, just because we have mana to spare. We were hoping for something useful, but that didn't happen. And we draw about 100 cards. Play this Nami.
My quest is dangerous, but I will see it through.
How long can they resist while their cities?
Very unlikely that he has another Death's Hand, considering we've looked at his entire hand.
Never know fear again.
I did play this too early. I should have played another spell first. So this is only going to copy twice instead of 3 times.
War Mason, reporting for duty.
Bestow upon them the gifts of our empire.
The few for the many.
And so the next spell we play is going to play twice. We'll use Ebb here.
Tide carry you. Rise with the surf. Let the tide carry you. Ride the surging tides.
We still have Attune or Augment because of Chosen by the Stars. So all our spells will make Nami stronger, so we can get her up to 40 power. And every time Ebb and Flow deals damage to our opponents removing their units, it's just a little less that we need to do on Nami to one-shot.
Ride the surging tides. Let the tide carry you. Rise with the surf. Let the tide carry you.
Now we've removed enough units that we can challenge Swain, and Twisted Fate will finish it off. So, got a little unlucky there, but also kind of played a little badly. We'll take Black Cleaver on Nami, that should keep her alive. We still have to contend a little bit with, like, Get Excited. We can get rid of Mini Morph. I don't think that'll be necessary here. You go into Jinx, whose powers rockets go boom. When the foe attacks, they play Super Mega Death Rocket. We mulligan everything. Could have kept Answered Prayer because it has Summon a Champion. And this time we do not get a Moon Silver to start.
The sun rock got me good.
Kinda no point in playing a unit here. It'll give us a little bit of... No, it just gets sent right back to our hand. Take 10 damage. And again, what we're primarily worried about is Get Excited. And learning to count. So go ahead and drop Nami here.
To be swept away. Ride the surging tides. Dance for Jinx?
Jinx is out of mana, we'll play Nami with Ebb. And then we'll play Redoubled Valor. This will copy an extra time.
Rise with the surf. Ride the surging tides. The Mirai will never know fear again. Let the tide carry you.
And that's kind of how that's supposed to work. And not, you know, when you count poorly.
Proud to call myself Tide.
Either way, Nami is super strong. Especially with Echoing Spirit, usually end with full life. Challenge 36 is Thresh. And we're going to be using Kai'Sa. The special rules are no looking back. While the player has no cards in their hand, their units have +2/+2. This power's never done anything. And after image, round start, the foe revives an ephemeral copy of the strongest dead follower. It's like an upgraded version of Veigar's power. Kai'Sa starts with K. For our support champion, we want something that has a keyword. I'm happy to take the mana gem though here. And champion item chest, we want Want cost reduction, but I don't think we can take anti up. We can probably take Quick Strike Blade. And we'll end up with Farsight Alteration, I guess. And double attack sounds good. Thresh's power is Damnation. Game start, the foe summons the Bolts of Lillia. When Thresh levels, the foe creates 3 Shadow Isles champions in his deck. Keep Belveth the Elder here for the double attack. We can steal it with Second Skin.
Take the children to safety now. Come, the journey ahead is long.
Use Payday, see if we can get overwhelmed. And we do. We're just chilling this round. Next round we're gonna attack, then drop Kai'Sa.
Death comes.
Take a bunch of damage here. No big deal.
Save a life. I must.
I think I have an extra mana gem here. Yeah, I didn't realize I had Void Touch too. Go ahead and attack. Drop Kai'Sa.
I'm here to help.
Crown Guard Inheritance, she rallies.
I know how to destroy them.
Use Second Skin to steal the double attack.
I'm coming for you.
And we finish it off. My voice went really high. I don't normally talk like that.
All victory is a victory all the same.
That's a deep cut for anyone who's actually watching the entirety of this video. This should be crazy. These are so long. Alright, challenge 37 is Ezreal and Karma. We have all units have strike double my power and mana flow. The foe gets a mana gem. We're going to be using LeBlanc here. I like LeBlanc against Ezreal. She can survive all of his static shocks and can clear the board on summon. For her powers, we are using Echoing Spirit to make sure we draw her and 2 Stalker's Blades. And I don't think it matters what we take as a support champion. Zoe might get herself killed, so that's probably a bad choice. We can take Vi here. And we go into the shop. The Pyrrhic Scepter on LeBlanc means we'll never lose the game. But we kind of prefer to get something that gives her a little bit more attack. Savage Shield is fine. It'll give her a little bit more sustain as well.
Always trust your spirit.
She'll be better able to survive Ezreal's hits. But it's usually fine because of her summoned card, whose name I can't remember. Sharpened Resolve, maybe? This is Karma, which means we start with 10 mana.
Rain from a cloudless
And we're gonna
sky.
pass until Karma shows up, basically. Yeah, we can do one more. Probably would have been fine to drop LeBlanc one round earlier.
Speaks through me.
The black rose blooms once
Because she would have leveled, and we would have been able to use her champion spell when Karma dropped. Or not champion spell, but her mirror image.
Stand by.
And now we can't do that. That's fine, we'll just bloody business.
Do the next one.
Sorry, LeBlanc is at 52. That's a good number. Karma could potentially have a stun.
What a treat.
double power on double power on strike. I said it right. Yeah, it's pretty fun here with Stalker's Blade. And you take elusive. I guess it doesn't matter because Ezreal has elusive. You go into Ezreal, his power is annoying. He's annoying. Power is target practice. The foe's spells cost 1 round start, create a fleeting static shock in the foe's hand. Foe has a leveled a champion, create a fleeting true shot barrage instead.
What do I do? What
He
don't I
probably
do?
should have dropped Ezreal there. I'm not sure why he didn't. It's fine, we'll go ahead and drop the Troll Wardens.
Upgrade. Nice.
We will pass. So these will get pretty big here. But so will we. Go ahead and drop LeBlanc. Last time she got up to like 50.
I am everywhere. I am everyone.
This time we're only sitting at 30. A very sad amount. Detective swap, what I didn't expect, and bad for me. It's fine. You sharpen resolve on LeBlanc, just go ahead and mirror image that.
Classic misdirection.
Swap bot is down. Sharpen resolve to deal with the rocket barrage. They have another removal, we can't stop it. And of course they do because they have static shock. Go ahead and pass, they should drop Ezreal here. And we'll use it to farm more power. Deck still could potentially have like Celestial Wonder. So we're not just gonna attack right away. Here we do get hit with the Celestial Wonder. Mirror image won't matter anymore. Can't use it to get rid of this Plaza Guardian.
Seeing double.
But we won't be able to attack. Get hit with another detective swap bot. We are able to remove this one. And we can drop House Spiders so we have something to attack with. And they're out of mana, so we're going to go ahead and copy LeBlanc.
Classic misdirection.
Alright, we should finally be able to win the game.
Smoke and mirror.
Unless they have second Celestial Wonder. They don't.
Coming to save the day. Or wreck it. And that's a knockout.
Next is Challenge 38, which is Azir and Katarina. Special rules are dutiful service. Each round the player's first Demacia card costs 1 less to play, and beyond mere flesh, this is evolved for your opponent. And we're going to be using Annie here. I love Annie. She's my favorite. Annie's relics are going to be Guardian Angel, Luden's Tempest, and Dreadway Chase Gun. Idea is to play Annie, kill Annie. Take Katarina. Basically always take Katarina if she drops in this mode, because a lot of times you can get mana deposit and we don't get anything useful. And take +2 damage on Death's Hand is fine. I will go into Inspiring Presence, and the foe plays a champion, grant their other units +2/+2. Use Annie. Me, I can't talk. Use Annie because she's a stunner. That means that when the Katarina gets on the board, we can use Guile to make sure that Katarina does not attack, so she can never level up. We get Guile every round.
Never play fair.
Drops Katarina. We stun Katarina. We drop Annie. Annie makes these nice warning shots, which we play to do a little bit of damage. Drop Mana Soul Student here.
Wanna play with Tippers?
Okay.
It's usually fairly unlikely that our opponents will block Annie with something that can kill Annie, and they usually won't kill Annie with Guardian Angel. So we have to use her on a block basically to get rid of her to create more warning shots. But we're not super concerned about that. We will always have control of the board here with Guile, and then Magic Embers from the Mana Soul Student will do plenty of damage. If he decides to attack here, we're going to use Death's Hand. And he didn't. We have 2 Death's Hands now, though, so we win the game.
First the smoke, then the fire, then the Tippers!
I'm not done.
New venue, new money. Oh, what a refund.
I don't know who Annie's parents are, but they raised a very creepy child.
Let's go make some more friends!
Take Deathless on Annie. Love Deathless on Annie. And I guess Voidlian Show. We go into Azir, whose power we've talked about 100 times. Is the Emperor's Army. His Sand Soldiers get +2/+0. And we'll re-roll our hand looking for Annie. So Annie isn't necessarily the win condition in Annie's deck. It's just nice when you can play her that way because it makes the games a lot faster. The win condition is just that Annie is very good.
Land obey.
Don't make me hurt you!
No one's the wiser.
Not like
By increasing the damage of all of your skills and having a deck with a lot of skills in it, Annie's just able to do a lot of burn damage very quickly. And yeah, if you do hit a Deathless and like Annie dies, you get the extra warning shot, which then can become a win condition. I'm gonna go ahead and let Azir attack if he wants to here.
what good's
I don't think he will.
use it.
Yeah, they're too scared. And we'll just go ahead and take this attack. Seems fine.
Come on, what you got?
No point in giving over well here. Potentially we could have killed the Azir with Might, but I'm not attacking with it anyway.
I distill the desert's power to the faithful.
But because of her plus skills, like even this Fleeting Blade's Edge is doing 4 damage. We're just slowly burning down the Nexus. We also have Katarina's Death Lotus in hand, which will do 4 damage to all attacking units, which means that even if they attack everything, we're not worried about it. Actually, it's even better, it's to all battling units, which means if we go ahead and stick Annie here, we can kill her ourselves. She'll revive with Deathless. And now we have 2 Annie on board and 4 warning shots, which is enough to win the game.
See ya.
Alright. Challenge 39 is Zed and Katarina with Arms Race, which is game start. The whole players summon 2 Funsmiths. It's actually kind of scary. Vicious Enemy, which is Vicious Enemy, plus 10 Nexus Health, 1 starting mana, plus 1 hand size, and Prophet of the Elder God 2 when the foe attacks spawn 3. I'm a little afraid of this combination of Katarina being able to attack infinite times, and Zed also having the ability to make tentacles, I guess. We are going to be using Veigar, though. Veigar's darkness is boosted by the 2 Funsmiths, should be pretty good. Death's Grasp is interesting. I don't think it's the right choice, though. I want to take some things that are kind of lower cost. Bloodthirsty Marauder with Spirit Stone sounds fine. We just need blockers. Farsight Alteration on Veigar is great. Not like super necessary, but it doesn't hurt. And we'll go ahead and take Pokey Stick with Brainworm, because I love Brainworm. Zed's power is Blade in the Darkness. Round end, if the player's Nexus took damage this round, the foe's strongest unit strikes it. A lot of times that means that it'll get in a free hit from attacking with like an elusive unit or like a Blade Dancer that you can't stop. A Ribbon Dancer, I guess is the name. And since we're guaranteed Veigar, it doesn't matter what we keep here. We'll keep the Pokey Stick so that we can remove some of the enemy units. These Funsmiths only cost 3, or only have 3 health. This Pokey Stick will do 6. And just get rid of them straight off. Actually don't need to, because I don't think Zed has any, what's it's called? I don't think Zed has any burn, so that might have been a waste. And here we are going to take a bunch of damage because we don't have elusives.
Am I flesh or shadow?
So we take 7 there, and then we're going to take 3 more from the strongest unit. It's fine. We can play Veigar down. There's, like, if you can, you might want to play out your darknesses. If I can hold off a couple more rounds, I can just one-shot our opponent, which sounds pretty good. He does have a lot of elusives, though, which kind of sucks. Go ahead and get rid of this 3/3. I could attack here, but actually it's fine. He does have Twin Disciplines, but he's not able to use Twin Disciplines if he has no mana. We lose both our Funsmiths, but we're not reliant on them. And we did clear the board, which makes it a lot safer.
The dark beckons.
Plays a Shadow Assassin, we play Twisted Catalyzer. He plays Silent Shadows here, not worried.
That's my cue.
He plays Ribbon Dancer, we are worried about that. He's out of mana though, so he's pointless now. Go ahead and block. And we actually can't afford to... No, we can. We can't afford to take damage, but we shouldn't. And then with Chemtech Duplicator now active, we have 16 damage with this darkness here. Not enough to win yet. Our opponent still has full life.
Something for the road.
So we play every Bloodthirsty Marauder, and we can go ahead and attack here. Our opponent is forced to block, but still takes 6 damage. We can go ahead and throw our 2 Darknesses at it, and play Dark Bulb Acolyte to get another Darkness. It's at 18 hit points when we play this Darkness, or our free Darkness, we win the game. I don't know that that was the harder of the two. We'll take Ante up on Veigar. Let us play him first round. And at the healer, we'll get rid of our worst card. Go into Katarina, who has Inspiring Presence. When the foe plays a champion, grant the other units +2/+2. And we'll go ahead and keep Pokey Stick and Veigar in hand. We've actually mulliganed him because we have Farsight Alteration. I just didn't think about it. So you have to play Veigar here. Probably worth it to remove one of the Funsmiths first. That way when Katarina drops, the Blade's Edge won't kill us.
No going back.
I think it would only do 3 damage anyway, but that means that if they played Katarina again, it would have been enough. And we don't want that to happen. As you can see, it already has a pretty strong board. You have 2 Darkness in hand though, and Katarina's just never going to be able to do anything useful. We'll wait for the attack. If we remove Katarina ahead of time, then there's the potential that they can play another Katarina, which would make everything stronger.
I'm not done.
And so on this block, we're still going to take 8 damage, which is a little more than I'd like, but it's fine.
Let the bloodshed begin.
And as you can see there, I properly predicted that they did have second Katarina in hand. I'll remove this Funsmith, it's getting pretty big. And we'll drop down Twisted Catalyzer. Get stunned, that's fine. Get rid of the Tentacle with Pokey Stick, but also make him discard a card.
Nothing can stop me.
Use Event Horizon to keep the Funsmith alive. We're fine. No, we don't want Katarina level. So we'll have to kill Katarina here. And yeah, this seems fine, I guess. They've kind of been on like the back foot this entire game, but we should start taking over now. Drop Wizened Wizard, this will give us some extra mana. We've been kind of mana poor. And we can save this Darkness until next round, it'll do more damage. Could have attacked with Twisted Catalyzer there, just to make the Darknesses stronger.
cut for you.
Draw. Not gonna outgun me.
Here we lose our Twisted Catalyzer, it's fine. Our Darknesses are doing 11 damage each. That's going to be 22. Another 22. And we drop Dark Bolt Acolyte
Bring your sample here.
for another 22. That was kind of hard. We weren't really able to keep up with the amount of units that Katarina played. I don't think we went under half play, but I mean, it was still honestly kind of difficult. And finally, we have Challenge 40, which is Darius and Tahm Kench with Frenzied Fighting. The players' units have +2/+2. Round end, deal 2 to all the players' units. And on Dying Rage, this is Trendemir's power, where each round, the first time the foe's units would die, grant them Tough, Overwhelm, and Fearsome instead. To deal with this, we're going to be using our own Tahm Kench. 1, because I like mirror matches. And 2, because we can eat his units, and then we don't have to worry about his stupid effect. Also, Tahm Kench gets big. On Tahm, we're going to be using the Beast Within for Overwhelm. This actually doesn't matter. You could like easily use Troll King's Crown and it'd be the same thing. Berserker's Buckle, when a survive damage grant equals 2/2, and Warmog's Armor for regeneration. Having Overwhelm as a power is slightly better than having it on a unit, but yeah, it doesn't actually matter. And we don't get anything super useful here, so I don't know, we'll take that except for on box post.
Every army.
And we go into Darius, whose power is Hemorrhage, round and deal 1 to the player's Nexus for each unit the foe has. It's going to actually stack up really quick, and I'm not sure I considered it enough when I decided on this. It's fine, we'll go ahead and keep this Mystic Shot in hand and the box to push. This will let us have 2 sources of removal. City Breaker is a very common first turn, and we didn't remove it because of Trandemir's power.
Nothing but Noxian might.
We're gonna have to take this damage, but we'll make our box a little bit bigger here.